In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the engine mounts on this GMC Sierra. These are going to be on the bottom side of the engine. Let's get into it. Now before we take anything apart, we want to lock the steering wheel so it doesn't break the clock spring by accident. Just take this seat belt, go through the steering wheel, and you can actually just plug it in, buckle it in. We're just going to mark the lower intermediate shaft before we take it out. Use just a crayon or something to mark this with up here and then down below. Now using a 15mm socket, take this out. Take the nut with the bracket off, pull the bolt out. I'm going to move the upper intermediate shaft towards the cab. Push that in. Down below, we're going to mark the lower intermediate shaft where it meets the steering gear. Right there. And we'll take this bolt out. Use a 11mm socket. Take this bolt out. Just grab the intermediate shaft. Just slide it off the steering rack. If you need to, you can use a pry bar. Just try to pry that apart a little bit. And there you go. Now we're going to take off the wheel. Use a 22mm socket to take the lug nuts off. Remove the wheel. Using a T15 socket, we're going to take these screws out. And these two. And take these out. All right, now the panel is loose. Take these top two screws out on the trim. Same T15 socket. And these two lower ones, same T15 socket. Now just fold the center a little bit. Just push it inward a little. And fold the back. There we go. And that comes right out. Now I take a 10mm socket. We're going to take this shield off. Take that screw out. And the upper two as well. A little trickier to get to. Pull those bolts out. Grab the shield, slide it back, and I'll pull that out. Using a 15mm socket, we're going to take these bolts out. Take these bolts out. those out. Okay, now from underneath, I'm going to take the lower front bolt out. Use a 15mm socket. Just take that socket out and the bolt. Just use a magnet, take the bolt off. And we'll take this top corner one out. Use a 15mm socket. There you go. And you still have two corner bolts holding this on. Now, underneath the vehicle, you want to use a floor jack and raise up the engine. We put a block of wood between the oil pan and the bell housing, right in between where the sway bar is, so it kind of supports it a little bit. You can just raise it up a little bit, just about an inch. I'll use our 15mm socket, take this front bolt out. All right, take that bolt out. To make it easier, I'm going to move this wiring harness out of my way so I can reach my hand in there behind these brake lines. Just using a straight blade screwdriver, just pop these clips up. Open those up. There's another one down here. Just give it a little more slack. Clipped on. This bracket, just going to take this off, use a 10mm socket, take these nuts off. Pull the bracket off. And there's just a retainer right here. Just using a trim tool. Just pop this retainer out. And just pull that harness out of your way. And with a 15mm socket and an extension, get onto that last bolt. If you need to, you can bend some of the heat shield out of the way. Now the 15mm socket, we're going to take this last lower bolt out. I'm just using a swivel adapter as well. And we're just going to use some pliers. Just bend this heat shield out of the way so that you can access that last bolt. That up. You can get on there with a 15mm socket. There we go. There's the bolt. There. Now I'm just going to raise the motor up a little bit more. And just grab the mount and pull it to the side. Just going to have to twist it a little bit. Tip it upside down. And grab it from up top. Just get it back past this vacuum line. And it pulls right out. And take the new mount. Get past that vacuum line. Just get this lined up the way it came out. Just twist it down. Might have to bend the metal a little bit, the shield. There we go. the bottom lined up first a little bit, and you just slide it over. That's good. We'll get the bolts in. Just move the shield out of the way a little bit. Now I'll start tightening these down. Now we're going to torque these bolts to 36 foot-pounds. It's a little tricky to get a torque wrench in there. Do the best you can. I'm going to lower the engine down. Put the bolts in, get those started. Now tighten these down. Then we'll torque these to 48 foot-pounds. Put the heat shield on. That lined up. Get the bolt started. Tighten those down. Snug those down. Now the wiring harness. Get the bracket lined up. Go over the studs. Take the little speed nuts. Get those started. Tighten these down. And just snug those down. That's good. Get the harness lined up with the hold downs, the clips. Push those in place. And secure those down. There we go. Take the inner fender well, or inner fender liner. There's a little bump right here that lines up with a square or a hole in there. So we're just going to go underneath the trim. So you're going to have to fold it a little bit. Under the trim, just pull it forward. It's pretty good. And this little cutout area, I'm just going to use a trim tool just to try to pry that forward and make sure that goes in the correct position. If you need to, just give it a tap. There we go. Just get that in position. Now with this lined up, we're going to get these two middle ones started. Don't tighten them down yet, but just get them in there. Get those lined up. And get the other ones started. Again, don't tighten them down, just get them all started. And we can snug these all down. And the trim screws, put those in, snug those down. And these two up top, snug those down. Now put the wheel on. Get the lug nuts started. And snug these down. Now we're going to torque these lug nuts in a cross pattern to 140 foot-pounds. Go around again, double check. Now take the lower intermediate shaft, get that lined up. Make sure the front wheels are still going straight forward. Line that mark up. Put your bolt in. Snug the bolt down. Torque that bolt to 33 foot-pounds. Now put the upper intermediate shaft into the lower one. Make sure the marks are there, lined up. Get the bolt in. The nut on the back side. Tighten that down. Now we're going to torque this bolt to 37 foot-pounds. Now we can disconnect the seat belt. There you go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.